Good morning. So today's gonna be a fun day. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's about 50 degrees out. It's a little cold for California this morning, but nonetheless I'm out up and early. Today's exciting day. I'm gonna go get some compost for the garden, and this is part of me teaching people how to do stuff for cheap, not having to spend a lot of money and buying all that fancy organic stuff from your big box stores. I reached out to my local landfill, and they give residents of where I live here 100 gallons of free compost at once a year, which is awesome because 100 gallons of compost is more than enough to fill my garden here. As you can see, it needs a little work still, so that's what we're doing today. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some compost. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get all the weeding done in here, pull all this Bermuda grass out, give a little garden tour, and it should be a good day. So yeah, I'm gonna get the truck cleaned out, and I'm gonna head over to the compost station, get some free compost. All right, I'll be back. Okay, truck's unloaded. I lied about the wet cold. I guess it's about 40 degrees outside, not 50. It's a little cold this morning, but I know it's only for Northern California. Other places it's colder, I know. But anyways, truck's loaded, unloaded. I got a tarp, shovel, and a bucket. That's what they told me to bring. So we're rolling out. I'm going to go get that compost and come back. All right, we made it. I'm here. It looks like it's open. I'm a little early. It says open up 7:30, 7:20, but it looks like they're letting people in. So that's awesome. I'm glad I got here a little early. So we'll get in there and check it out. And I'm kind of excited to see what the compost looks like. It is a landfill, so I know what everybody's probably thinking. It's probably not that great, but online they have analysis that you can look up. They get the compost tested. And I was reading that the Northern California Ecology here, they have the Yuba Sutter, to be exact. They have some of the best compost around. Some of them won some awards for it. So it sounds promising. So we'll see. I'm pulling up here. I don't want to film people that don't want to be filmed. So when I give it to the compost, I'll turn it on. We can see what's going on. Cool. Awesome. That was fairly painless. That's what I was here for. I'm just going to collect 100 gallons today. That way I don't have to come back. You can store compost, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see. Said to follow up to the stop sign. The guy will tell me where to go. So let's see. Let's see. I'm going to stop here. Okay, we made it. Let's see here. Oh, doesn't look bad. Wow. That looks like fairly good compost to me. A little bit of trash in here, somebody's lunch. I can get that out. Awesome. I'm gonna get some loaded up. Ah, that looks pretty good. All right, so we got it all loaded up. I'm excited. If anybody's ever curious what 100 gallons of compost looks like, that's it. I didn't realize that, but nonetheless, we're loaded up. You guys, I'm stoked. This is so cool. This is awesome to do this. Okay, back home. back to the garden, walking into the garden now, and got the compost, got 100 gallons. It's a lot more compost than what I expected, but that's okay. We're gonna figure out how to store it and keep it and save it for other things. So now what I'm going to do is come through here, and I'm gonna do a bunch of weeding. It's not a lot of weeds. What it is, a lot of this Bermuda grass. It's this stuff here. It's horrible. It's not horrible. It gets into the garden here and it just takes over. And I gotta go through at least once a year. Once a year I go through, dig it all up, get it all pulled out as best as possible, and go from there. And then throughout the rest of the year I don't really touch the soil like that. I kind of let it just rest and do its thing. It's technically a no dig garden. Not exactly, because I do a little digging in here because I have to. There's not much I can do about the Bermuda grass. It's everywhere in here, and I don't own this land, so I'm not going to do a bunch of money to get it all taken out. So I just deal with it, and by dealing with it every year, and then before it gets to the spring, it warms up and the grass goes crazy, I just come in here and I pull it all out as best as possible. And then I'm gonna do compost on top, and then on top of that I'm gonna do some sort of mulch. The mulch I still have to get. I missed the hay sale yesterday. We had a windstorm with rain, and some people were selling some hay really cheap, and unfortunately I got off work too late to go get it, but I'm still on the hunt. I'm gonna find some cheap hay or free mulch, something. So yeah, I'm gonna come through here, I'm gonna get all weeded out, and then once that's done, I'll bring you guys back. I'm not gonna bore you with weeding. Everybody knows what that looks like. It's a pain. But anyways, when I come back, I'm gonna show you guys the new plans for the garden. I'm gonna show you the garden, and I'll start getting some compost down. And once the compost down, we're gonna let everything just, rest and do its thing until we get mulch, and when March comes, we'll plant. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get to work because it's gonna take a couple hours. So I'll bring you guys back on when it's all finished. See you in a little bit. Okay, I got all the weeds pulled, everything's done, and now I gotta go back and shred all the compost. But I wanted to show you everything I've done, all the weeds I pulled, and then kind of give you a tour of the garden, how I want to set it up. There's some background noise and some tools, so this kind of might be a choppy video with some things put together. But anyways, here you can see my berry row. So these are blueberries. They're coming back. They went dormant. They're coming back though. Some more blueberries. These are gooseberries, which the buds are opening up. I'm excited to try these. I've never had gooseberries. I think they should be good. More gooseberries. Something I'm just trying. Over here are my raspberries. I have golden raspberries and red raspberries. These are the golden raspberries, and we got some last year and they're really, really good. So I'm excited for them to come back this year. These over here are just red raspberries. I got them all cut back and dormant for the winter, and they're starting to bud out here. You can see, so they'll start putting out some leaves here pretty quick. This here will be tomatoes. Got the bed all cleaned out. Gotta repair it a little bit. Okay. So these will be tomatoes also. I had these here for sugar baby watermelons, but I'm not going to grow those here this year. I'm going to grow them somewhere else. I'll show you. This bed here will be for tomatoes. I grew tomatoes here last year, and I had the trellis set up, and it worked fairly good. They grew pretty quick, and I didn't have time to keep up with it, and they got a little out of control. But anyways, I'm going to do that again here with this A-frame little trellis. Same thing here for more tomatoes. There'll be a lot of tomatoes this year. I'm growing 4 different kinds, so I want all the beds to have different tomatoes in them. Dad, can I say these, yes, in a minute, baby, hang on. This is my strawberry patch, which it looks pretty torn up, and that's because it is. I went through it and got all the weeds out, pulled out all the dead stuff, and kind of thinned them out because they were really thick, and I didn't want them to get suffocated and not have room for more. So I thinned them out, and I'm gonna give my buddy a couple of them so he can grow some.
Who's the buddy?
Ramon. He's gonna get some. This is my daughter.
Hi, my name is Addie.
Yes. So he'll get some of those, and it'll be cool if he wants to grow some. Over here, I've got my onion patch. So in here, and you can see a couple are starting to sprout out. I've got this covered because the cats like to get in here. But we'll take a look here, and you can see the onions are starting to sprout up. I just used onion starters. I didn't do these from seeds. It was just quicker and easier. So you can see they're on their way. So it's really cool. Homegrown onions are so good. So same thing with strawberries. Oh, if you love store-bought strawberries, don't grow your own, because you'll never want to buy a store-bought one again. Homegrown strawberries are the best strawberries ever. They're so good. They're so sweet. Such a good flavor. And it's ruined me for store-bought strawberries. So over here is another patch of strawberries, which these are starting to come up too. And these are actually white strawberries. They're white with red seeds, which I've never had that before, so I'm pretty excited. And basically this whole row will all be peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos. I'm doing sugar rush peach peppers. Those are new ones, and another sweet hot pepper. Those ones I got to seed still and get done, so I got to get those once they come in the mail. But what I plan to do here is I'm going to bring this row, it's going to come all the way out, come down, 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 and I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to run some wood here and make this is going to be a sugar baby watermelon patch. I think they'll grow better on the ground, so we're going to grow them all right here. I'm going to just do just sugar baby watermelons in this little patch. I think it'll be really good. And same thing for all these middle rows. All this middle row, I'm getting rid of that, and we're just gonna have it run all the way through. You know, I got it there because I thought it'd be nice to walk through, and it is, but it's kind of wasted space. You know, is there all this Bermuda grass and weeds? All this Bermuda grass and weeds all came out of this one plate. This was the worst planter box. So that's kind of my plan here, is get rid of all this stuff and run these straight down. That way I can get more stuff in, you know. Yeah, I just figured this space in between, it's just kind of, I'm losing real estate on it, you know. And there's no reason why. I don't need to walk in between the rows. So I'm going to close these gaps up and use all this space here. You know, I'll probably border it. I don't need to. I just kind of like having it, keep stuff together. I feel like it makes the row look uniform. So I'll get some wood in between that. And we're going to do that. And the last thing I'm going to show you is this here. This is just a flower patch that I have mulched. It's fertilized with sheep and llama manure. I used to be a ranch hand out at a ranch in Winters, California. And she lets me go out there and scoop this stuff up for myself. You know, it's sheep and llama manure, so it's a manure that you can just lay right on top. It's not one that you have to compost. It's not going to burn anything or hurt anything, and I've done it for a couple years. It works really good. I'm just running out, and I'm probably not going to go get any, so that's why I'm going to compost my vegetable beds this year and mulch them. But anyways, this is all just going to be flowers. They're all kind of perennials. They're going to be stuff that's going to come back. We're not going to have to keep planting it every year. And just some really cool flowers we got from Home Depot. We thought looked nice, and they'll bring in pollinators, and my daughter calls it her fairy garden. So basically it's just a place you can come out, pick some flowers. It's going to bring in some bees. There's some poppies that never died this year. The frost didn't kill them or anything. They stayed like this the whole entire year. So they should start putting out some flowers soon. So it should be cool. So the next step here is I'm going to clean up all this weeds and stuff I pulled. And I'm gonna get out that compost out of my truck, and I'm gonna start just laying it down in the beds. And I'm gonna come through and water it all real good and soak it all down and get ready for mulch. And once I get some mulch in here, it'll be done. You know, and waiting for plants. Once those seedlings all sprout and get them all out here, get them in the beds, you know, I'll be good to go. One last thing I wanted to show you. It's kind of an experiment. Not really. People have done this before, but we had some romaine lettuce and we got down to the end of it. Instead of throwing it away, I was like, well, let me cut the end off, you know, get a fresh cut on there. I'm gonna stick it in this and see if it sprouts. Well, it's starting to. You see here in the center, it's starting to grow. That's new growth. When I stuck it in the ground, it was all one level. So it's pretty cool. And actually, forgot to talk about, in this big pot are potatoes. The potatoes are already planted, and the potatoes should sprout up. I've never grown potatoes before, so it'll be kind of cool. Kind of cool to see those. Inside this one, oh look, there's a bee. They're coming. They're coming. And this one, I have this ultra dwarf apricot, and for some reason last year it died off. I mean, I watered it, I didn't overwater it, but it stuck out this sucker at the end of the year. Very end of the year, all of a sudden this started coming out. So I'm glad I didn't pull it. So I know that this will be a very long time before I get anything off of it, but I'm gonna let it grow. I want to get another one, and I've got another container I'm going to use, which is a bigger container. So I'll get some good, you know, potting soil and stuff like that for it, and see if that gives it a better run. Because I don't know, maybe it was just the soil in here wasn't good or whatever, but yeah. So that's the garden right now. Kind of looks a mess, but come July, this garden's going to be really going. It always does, so I'm excited. Yep. So I'm gonna get the compost out. I'm gonna start spreading that out. That's the last thing to do today, and I'll be done in here for the day. And I'm ready for plants, so I can't wait. So yeah, I'll bring it back in once all the compost is. All right, I'm all done for the day. Finally got through it. Took a little bit longer than I expected, but it's okay. Got it all done. It's all weeded. I got compost down, and it's looking good. The garden's ready. I'm getting excited. I just need some mulch down to help keep retain moisture and to help feed the soil. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what I did. As you can probably already see, I've got some compost down, and this is that free compost from the landfill. I mean, this stuff's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. For free compost, I'm impressed, you know. And I think it looks good. Now these strawberries look a little hammered, but they're coming back from being dormant. I pulled some, I thinned them out. They were too thick, a lot of dead leaves in there, so I went in there and I thinned it all out, and I got it all cleaned up. And I'm gonna walk down and take my neighbor some of the strawberries, so that way he can have some strawberries this year. So it's pretty cool. So the whole garden's done. Everything's composted. I just need to get some mulch on here, and it's coming together. This is super exciting. I love this time of year, and everything's starting to wake up. Check this out. Look at that. We got some growth. Golden raspberries are coming back from the dead. Super cool. This is awesome. This is so cool. So I'm excited. I can't wait. And of course, I ordered more seeds. I got some Sugar Rush peaches and some other sweet hot peppers coming. Those are really cool. I didn't know they made sweet hot peppers, so that's exciting. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm all done. I'm just gonna finish getting a couple things cleaned up out here and cover up some stuff. It looks like I pretty much got it, but that's it for the day. Hope you guys got some gardening done today. It's beautiful. It's a nice day out. You should be out there getting it done. Get ahead of schedule. That's what I'm trying to do. Usually I'm behind schedule, so this is great. So I got more projects to come. I'm gonna try to post every single week, and you know, until we get into planting and the garden starts getting going. So projects, little things to do, show you how to save money, all that kind of stuff. I'll do an introduction video of just me talking about myself and my garden and kind of what I plan on. So, but for now, this is it. The garden's coming alive, stuff's waking back up. This is exciting. This is cool stuff. So yeah, hope you guys like it. Hope everyone watches it. Share this stuff to friends. And I'm open to suggestions. If you guys see something I'm doing a little wrong, let me know. I'm pretty new, and I'm open to constructive criticism. So yeah, let me know. All right, I'm out.